Hello everyone and welcome back to more mini motorways. Today we're heading into Dar es Salaam for the weekly challenge for the week of the 9th of December through the 15th of December. This challenge has three modifiers: mega motorways, start with all 9 motorways; loop de loop de loop de loop de loop, start with 4 roundabouts; and license to thrill. The speed limit is increased on bridges. So a super in your favor challenge, if I do say so myself, but the scores are actually worse than I thought they would be. There's this big spike here at, call it 1,000, and then another big spike at probably 15 or 1,600. And then it sort of teeters off with only a few people managing to make it past 4K. So that, I was really, really surprised by that in the scores, considering these these three modifiers seem to be super in your favor. I don't know how we'll do. I'm hoping for a score of at least 3K. I feel like I can probably do it starting with this many upgrades. But we'll see. Apparently this challenge has something that it throws at you that is stopping people from getting past 4K. But we will see how we do. The spawn is absolutely fantastic to start out. Nice, perfectly straight road straight to this yellow. That's also pretty good. I might turn and have this one go this way instead, just because it's slightly closer. There we go. We might modify this around so that all of these yellows come this way. Once we get, a separate yellow population, hopefully on this side of the map. I can't quite remember how our spawns, or where our businesses sort of spawn on this map, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise this time around. Week 1, traffic lights or roundabout. We have 4 roundabouts, but I'm going to take the roundabout anyway because I love roundabouts. We get another yellow. Okay, just do something sort of like that for now. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully we'll get some yellow population on this side that we can send into one or both of these yellows. And I think I'd like to fit a roundabout in here for this yellow. Something like that. Oh, perhaps not. That gray is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We can do something like this around this yellow, and then send these yellows actually under this yellow, and then up and in. That way we can keep our little roundabout here for this guy. I'm not sure how we're gonna manage this yellow now. I think the optimal population spawn would be somewhere down here. Week 2, road tiles or traffic lights. I'm gonna take the traffic lights, just because we don't have any. And we're not super struggling for road tiles right now. So, no reason really not to take them. I think I am gonna go ahead and throw another roundabout here as well, just as a, just in case. There's our green population. I'm starting to remember where we're getting spawns now. We get a green population here, but I think we're also supposed to get one here. On this little opposite side of this river. So eventually we might swap this to a bridge that comes across here and send these greens somewhere else. Not 100% sure where we get another green business, though. I feel like we get one on this side of the map, but I could be wrong. I don't love that gray. I kind of wish it had spawned one tile farther down. That would have been much better, but that's okay. For now, this is fine. Like, this being like this for, in the first 2 weeks is not going to kill us. Week 3, bridge or roundabout. I'm gonna take the bridge. We don't have any bridges yet. We'll do something like this for now. I will probably end up running this as a separate road. So we'll do something like this. And if we do end up getting a separate green population over here, I will just merge this green onto this roundabout. And that should work out, hopefully. I think I'm going to go ahead and run a road across here, though, just to make sure we can still get out of this little peninsula. There's our first blue. I'm not used to getting a double destination here, but this isn't terrible. Neither of these are terrible. So this gray and this blue are pretty close, relatively. Our only major problem that I'm actually kind of worried about here is this yellow. Week 4, bridge or road tiles. I think I'm going to take another bridge. We're still not struggling for road tiles terribly much, so that should be fine. We may potentially need to run this road further this way so we can get some of these greens into here eventually, but for now I think this is okay. And it leaves us with more space for green to spawn on this side. So I guess we might want green to spawn over here, since we do have this entire peninsula of... I'm pretty sure this entire section of the map is supposed to be green population, so we'll just leave our roads in here in some way that we sort of want these greens to spawn. We're getting a lot over here. I still don't love this gray. I still wish this gray had spawned one tile downwards. I'm not super worried about it because we could like potentially either run these yellows underneath gray or motorway this gray in and run these yellows around, or for instance, use a roundabout and throw a roundabout right here and then just motorway them into this yellow. But I'm not going to worry about any of that until it becomes an actual problem. So we'll just do something like this for now. This yellow isn't terrible, or this white is not terrible. Just run it something like that. And that will still leave us some space to potentially run our greens around like so, if we do ever get any greens over here in this corner. I could be wrong about where things are supposed to spawn. Oh, I was just about to put a roundabout there. Oh well. That's fine. This shouldn't mess with us too much. Hopefully we'll get this green population down here before it becomes a big problem. I don't love that gray. I don't immediately hate it because I think we're supposed to get a gray population here. Bridge or road tiles. Definitely taking the bridge. And we can send this gray up and in as well. I have a feeling that these grays are probably all going to get turned onto this road at some point, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in a roundabout here. We do have these grays spawning, which I'm going to run into here because this is a shorter path, and then we can take these grays and run them up and into here, which means these grays can go this way, that blue can go into here. And now we just have to deal with how we want to manage this yellow. Which I think we're going to do the threading some yellow into a roundabout and then just motorwaying it across. Because I think that's the optimal solution here. That gray is decent. We could do something like this. This gray is kind of mediocre. We've also got these yellows. Week 7, bridge or roundabout. I'm gonna take the bridge. I just like to have one or two extra just in case, because we could potentially, like, run this gray across or bridge these yellows across and then, you know, run them into here or something like that. They're not necessary, but they're nice to have. So we will do something like that for now. Get more yellow into here. I want to try and keep these relatively well managed. It might be better to move this roundabout up here somewhere, considering this is where we're getting the majority of our blue population. And then just have this be a straight road. And that will probably also help with traffic management, having the intersection slightly farther from the actual entrance to the business. We're still getting more green up here. We're getting a lot of green up here. That gray is decent. I might go ahead and throw a roundabout here as well. I try to prioritize putting roundabouts on double destinations and on businesses where the entrance to the business is very, very close to the population for the business. So this yellow, it was important because if we just throw like 10 houses at this road is going to become a nightmare. But for now, it's sort of managing okay. This yellow population is not what I was hoping for here. I was hoping to get a green population here, but it's not terrible. We could potentially run it down the other way and then like, bridge it across and thread it into here. This is the green population that I was hoping for. Let's see if we actually get any green population there. Or if it's just, me crying out for hope. That, I was going to say this yellow was actually really good because we could bridge up to it. But with this blue spawn, it's really, really bad. Because the only way we can get to this yellow entrance is either by crossing over blue or by crossing over green or using a motorway. And I think I'm going to use a motorway. I think I'm just going to use a motorway. I acknowledge that it is a problem, and I'm going to use a motorway to fix it. Because we don't really have another choice here. Just realized this yellow is struggling just a little bit. Not a lot. We'll do something like this for now. And we might turn 2 or 3 of these greens down and send them into here. Just for now. Nothing too crazy. And this green I might just go ahead and send across like that. It might be better to motorway this in just because of how far the distance is. But for now, this is fine. Week 9, bridge or road tiles. I'm going to take the bridge. We're still not struggling for road tiles. I'd like to get this yellow population into here, if I can. Which means this gray is going to get screwed over a little bit. It's going to have to go all the way around. Which I don't love, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices, I guess. We can do something like this then, and then this yellow can go back this way. And then I think that's slightly better. We're getting more yellow here, but it's kind of in a place where we can't use it, which I don't love. More green as well. That's good. I might go ahead and just do a roundabout here, just so in case we get a lot of green on this little area, we can thread all of it in. That white leveling up is not something I wanted to see. It's not the best. It's not the worst either. I might get rid of this roundabout and move it over here. Just because I don't think that these 3 houses are going to be enough for this white. And given that they are already running out of population, I am assuming myself to be correct in that statement. So I'm just going to go ahead and run a motorway over. Getting more green here. A lot of green here. Week 10, traffic light or roundabout. I'm going to take the roundabout. Old habits die hard, I guess. We're getting even more green. Our green is really, really ticking up. So is this yellow. We're only at 1,200 pips. I'm not 100% sure why our green is ticking up that fast. We can get rid of this and send these greens back this way, because we do have these 3 over here. Though I'm not sure if these 3 will be enough to manage this green given this distance. But we'll leave it as is and see how it fares. If it does not fare well, then we'll swap some things around. We're gonna get these grays here, which I kind of like, because we could potentially run them in with this blue roundabout. Or something like this. I don't love that green. I really don't love that green. On the bright side, our greens do appear to have calmed down just a little bit. I'm gonna do a little roundabout-ception here, where we do a roundabout into this roundabout, just so that we can get some of this extra green over here into this level 2 structure without interrupting this traffic flow as much as possible. I wish we had more of a straight connection to get some of these greens into this, but we really don't, so I think I'm just gonna take like 3 and then motorway them across. If we need the motorway, we could potentially, you know, run it through this roundabout or try and run it up through this less busy intersection, which we're gonna have to do because we get another green spawn up here. Ugh, okay. It's fine. We can do something like this, where these blues go... I guess these blues could just go down and then into here. And then that should be plenty for this. And then we can turn just 1 or 2 of these greens up and onto here. This shouldn't take terribly much traffic just because it is such a close business. And that should be fine, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more greenhouses in here. That's an interesting place for them. Week 11, bridge or traffic lights. We have 3 bridges. I'm gonna take the traffic lights. Our white is really, really struggling here. We're getting green in here, which I kind of like, because we could theoretically somehow get it up and into here. But we're gonna have to get rid of this roundabout if we want to do that. And I'm not sure if we actually can get it past this gray. Do something like this. I'll replace this road once the ghost motorway goes away, but then we have to find some way to manage this gray, which I think is probably going to come from here, because these grays aren't actually getting used. We're still relying on this little gray population from down here. Our white is still struggling, which is absolutely insane. We'll just go ahead and get this one white its own special motorway. We did get more green over here, which is good. This yellow is starting to run out of population and starting to struggle. So we'll keep that in mind in case we need to get some extra population headed its way. We're getting more green here, which is good. Very, very much happy about that. We have so much yellow here that this can go this way, and that's fine. We are at 1,700. We really need this white to stop struggling. I'm wondering if I should just make this this white a motorway as well. If that would help any. Just with distance. Maybe connect to this white in as well. I don't know. This yellow seems to be doing okay for now. I'm more worried about this white. Week 12, bridge or roundabout. I'm gonna take the roundabout. We're still not struggling for bridges. I'm mostly just worried about this white down here. Our yellows are doing okay. This blue is struggling a little bit. I think our gray, our level 2 gray has finally run out of population. So I'm going to just thread another gray through here. And hopefully that will be good for it. Do something like that. This yellow is finally complaining. So I think I'm just going to take 4 or 5 of these yellows and just thread them directly into here. Ooh, I did not mean to draw all of those lines. We'll do something like this, something like this, and something like that. And that should help. And I think everything else is good, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the game decides to give us. This seems to be calming down just a little bit. I'm wondering if I should put a roundabout here and try and run them all in that way. I don't know if we have enough room to actually get them all into the roundabout, given our current situation. Do something like this, get rid of this, send these this way, send this one this way, send that one this way. And then I think that's better. And that way this traffic should be slightly better, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see if that helps. If it doesn't, then we'll have to figure something else out. But that should work. Hopefully. I don't know. We need to get this yellow in play somehow. So I think I'm just going to send it into here. And then send these yellows up here. Like so. And then send these 2 yellows into here as well. And I think that should be fine. We still have 3 motorways to our name. Week 13, definitely taking the road tiles. I think this yellow is calming down. I'm gonna start sending some yellow this way. Is it calming down? Look at all of this traffic. This traffic is crazy. Okay. I gotta get some of this traffic off this main road. Ugh. I don't know. It might die. We'll see. I don't know if we have enough yellow population to handle it. Part of the problem. I think this is out of yellow population. This one's almost out of yellow population. We can do something like that. I don't love that because it's going directly into the business with like no traffic management to speak of, but we don't really have a choice here. I think I'll send this yellow up as well. Our green, our level 2 green is finally starting to complain. I will get it as much population as I can. Sending something across here. This guy can go that way. These guys can come down here. Like so. This guy can probably also come down here. That guy can go away. These 2 greens can get threaded into here, I think. That can go there. That gray can go there. And I think that's fine. I wonder if we could get this green in anyway. Like running it like through like 3 roundabouts and then in. That would be so excessive. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This yellow is still crying, and I just don't know what to do for it. I wish I could get it this yellow, just because it's so close, but I don't want to mess up the traffic any more than it already is. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. We're at 2600. Our green is struggling, our yellow is struggling, everything is crying. This I'm gonna actually take away because I think it's hurting us more than it's helping. This green seems to have calmed down. This green is no longer getting used, so I'm going to send this green up and into here. Get rid of this traffic light, move this, and get rid of this road. So hopefully all of this will go into here. I think that'll work. Hopefully. This motorway can go because this yellow seems to have calmed down. And then that green can go into there. Yeah, into there, into there. I think that's fine. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see if we survive this, I guess. Something like this. That should be fine. This blue is finally starting to complain. I will get it as much blue population as I can. That's our most immediate problem. This gray, or this green is our most immediate problem. Get rid of that connecting road. Send 2 of these down and into here. 3 of these down and into here. What's our next most immediate problem? Week 14, roundabout or bridge. I'll take the roundabout. Not that I think we have the space to actually make any use of it anyway, but I'll take it. The screen is screaming. The screen is screaming. I think the screen is probably going to be what kills us. I'm hoping we make it to 3K before that happens. Okay, there's our 3K. What's our next most immediate problem? I think it's still the screen. Oh, it's calmed down. It's calmed down. Okay, green is officially somewhat solved. Somewhat resolved. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. We can send the screen up and into there. Blue seems to have calmed down. This yellow is still struggling for population, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Because it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 houses. Holy cow. This white is still struggling for population, also mind-boggling. This yellow is struggling for population. I might just connect the yellow and the white together, just so that they can get to their businesses. The traffic's gonna be awful, but I think it's more important that they get to their businesses. This white is actually huge. We can send this directly into this roundabout and send it down. And then I don't really know what else to do after that. This yellow's still struggling with 11 houses of population is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. We can do this for this yellow. And then I don't really know what to do after that. I don't know. We'll see how far we go. At some point I'm just gonna have to let it run and call whatever score we get good enough. This yellow might kill us. Do something like that. We're at 3,200. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. This gray is out of population. Okay. This gray can be very easily resolved by just getting it some more population. Something like that. I think that should help this gray. And then, oh gosh, everything is screaming. Every single business on the map is screaming right now. I think it's going to be this gray. Unless the cars can get there fast enough. Okay, I think we're good. That gray is good. Every single business on the map is screaming. This is insane. Okay, we're at 3,500. We've met our score that we wanted. Is there anything that's screaming slightly more than anything else? This gray, maybe? Okay, we can do something like this, and then send these two down and into here, maybe? That might help, potentially. I don't know, we'll see. This white, I think, can handle itself. I'm going to take this motorway back and hope that that's enough for this white. Let's see if we can get any more gray into this guy. This green is still struggling. It's absolutely insane how things are still struggling with so much population, but they are. We can do something like this for this guy. And thread these two greens in as well. Something like that. I don't know if we can get this green any more population than it already has. I don't particularly want to connect this one in because I feel like that will probably just kill us on the spot by causing some cross traffic here. So I guess this is what we've got. We're at 3,600. This gray is still struggling. This green is running out of population. Week 15. Traffic lights or road tiles. I'm gonna take the road tiles. I don't think traffic lights will help us anymore. Everything is screaming. I think this gray needs population really badly. But I really don't see anywhere else we can grab population from is kind of part of the problem. We could sacrifice this green's efficiency by, like, just the tiniest bit to get these two grays together. And then send them into here. And then immediately break the motorway so that we can get it back for whatever our next major problem is. Oh my gosh. This is kind of overwhelming. This is absolutely insane. Okay, what's our next major issue? I think it's this yellow? Maybe? Not really sure what's going on anymore. There's so many things screaming. This yellow, I think, is our next major problem. And I'm not really sure how to help it at all. It's already got these four. This yellow's kind of stuck. We could run this yellow around on a bridge and then run it, like, in? That might help. I don't know. I'm kind of pulling at strings at this point. This green is gonna kill us. Oh, maybe not. We just passed 4K. 4-3. There we go. This gray. Wow. Holy cow, that was stressful. I don't think there was a single business on the entire map that was not screaming. That was stressful. Okay. This gray, I could have connected in. That's the only thing that I see immediately. Potentially we could have gotten these grays in with a motorway or something, but I honestly don't think that would have saved us. The traffic in this double destination was absolutely insane. I think 4,300 is a score I am perfectly happy with. I don't think this needed any more efficiency at all. Like, this island probably could have been connected better, but like other than that and this gray being connected in, this was really really good run. Let's see where we placed. With a 4K score, I think we're in the top 10. Let's see. We are 5th. Let's go. Let's go. Top 1%. Let's go. All right. I am very happy with that. That was our weekly challenge attempt for the week of the 9th of December through the 15th of December. If you enjoyed, I hope you did. If you did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one.